welcome to this YouTube video. We're going to explain how to create the FTC complaint, um, how to make the FTC report. So this is fairly simple, guys. Nothing too hard about this. I'm going to walk you through how to do it. So first of all, you want to go to identitytheft.gov or make sure that you're coming up here to this page because it is a similar one that looks the same and it's blue. That is not the correct one. You can actually file it, but I'm not so sure that it works 100% the same as this one. So let's just keep it simple and let's use identitytheft.gov. All right, after you get to this page, you're going to press report identity theft. Now, it's going to say, did someone use your information? Yes. All right, let's bring this down a little bit so we can have it like this. Should be good now. Did someone use your information? Yes. All right. So, what did the identity theft use your information for? We're going to use credit cards unless you guys are using loans or trying to remove student loans or anything like that. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to use the credit card accounts. All right. So, after that, you're going to go ahead and scroll on down. You're going to hit continue. And it's going to say, tell us how your information was misused. You're going to say to open a fraudulent credit card. All right. Very simple. After that, you're going to go ahead and hit continue. And how now we're going to be at the credit card details. So what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to put the negative account that you have. So for instance, I have all my negative accounts organized on this little PDF. It's called a profile tracker. We do have these in our community. So if you guys want to dispute, organize, like have your stuff organized, um, just kind of like this and dispute like this, we do have these templates available for free in the community. So go ahead and join over there in the link. Put the link there in the video. So what you want to do is you want to put your personal information on here. Make sure it's brand new information. You want to have a negative address. So any addresses that are associated to your credit report, you want to get those all removed off. And so scrolling down to the bottom here, you'll see these negative addresses. You want to add every single address on there that's negative onto this little list here. After that, you have your current address. This is very important. I'm gonna explain this to you guys when we get to the part in the FTC report. But for right now, you just need to know that you need a clean, brand new address and one of the address that the current credit bureau is currently reporting. I left this blank for a reason because we're live streaming this. This is all fake information anyway, but just so you guys know. All right. So here's the negative account. So we're gonna take this Genesis collection and we're gonna go ahead and throw it on the FTC report. When did you notice this first problem? So it is May 7th. Oh wait. Yeah, it's May 7th, 2026. So we're gonna say we noticed this in May. Make it fresh and recent, right? I woke up and I just noticed this account is on my credit report. All right, so what were the fraudulent charges? I believe it was 257. If you don't know the details to this, it doesn't really matter. All right. All right, the account number was I believe XX 2468. You don't have to put the account number if you don't know the account number. If you know, tell us when the account was open. So let's just say I looked at the credit report and I've seen that it was open in February of um let's just say 2022. All right. So after you get done with this, you do not have to fill out this part down here. If you want to add another credit card, you can. Just know that you can only add up to 5 accounts on this before it makes you not be able to add anymore. So you'll have to end up putting them all in a personal statement. But we'll get there and I'll show you how to do that as well. All right. So the next one we're gonna go over to is we're gonna go ahead and do Exeter. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna do 2 accounts today because you know I don't need credit repair. I have a 700 credit score. All right, I'm proud to say that, guys. I'm really proud to say that. I'm glad to be helping you guys do the same. All right. So when did you first notice this problem? Same issue, guys. May 2026, because this is the year that we are in. This was opened in August of I believe 2024. All right. The estimated charges. I know this loan was like 11,000, and I think 500. Oh wait, 11,516. The account number. Say it was. All right. So, and if you wanted to add another card, of course, you just hit this add another fraudulent credit card account. So, if you're done and all this stuff looks correct, go ahead and hit continue. All right. So, this is where you fill out your personal information. Yes, you do have to fill this stuff out. So, you're going to put your first and last name, and you're going to also put your phone number. If you don't put your phone number in, you cannot receive a code. So, I just did this video over. I do not know if they're going to send me another code. I hope. Fingers crossed that they send me another code. If not, I'll just use another phone number. It's okay. But let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that they send me this code. Yay, they sent it. We love you. All right. So it's very simple, guys. Once you get the code to your phone, you're gonna want to hit verify. Only the reason why I don't do landline is because you're gonna have to remember I said they're gonna call your phone, and it's just way easier if you just get the text message. So that's probably like the fastest way. All right. So when you're doing this, use a new email that you've never used with the credit bureaus before. I'm pretty sure this isn't a new email, but I'm just telling you guys to use all new information when trying to clean up your credit report. It makes it so much easier because this stuff is data. Data is tied to data. So when you add new data to old data, it's kind of hard to verify that. You get me? You get what I'm saying? So try your best as much as possible to add a new phone number, a new email address, a new address. It's like you're almost creating a new person um at that. So after that you're gonna put date of birth. So let's just say July 12th, 2004. All right, we're going to use this address right here. And this is also very important. So this should be your new address, not the negative address, right? So you're going to put your new address on there. And this right here, this question is very important. You have lived at this address. So you're going to backdate this all the way to like either 2009, 2010. This is the sweet zone. Backdate it all the way back here. And the month really doesn't matter, just year really does matter because like I said, you're getting rid of that negative address. So if you've been living at that address as listed on your credit report, and you tell them and you're adding this new address, you tell them, well, I've lived here since 2011. Okay, they're going to be like, okay, so where do we get this information from? Right? So you're trying to prove fraud, so you got to make it make sense. All right, we're not technically prove fraud, but you're trying to prove that the address was never yours to begin with. If you guys understand what I'm saying. All right. So, do you know anything about the person? No, you do not. Go ahead and hit continue. Have you reviewed a copy of your credit report? Yes, you have. Were there any fraudulent accounts included in your credit report? No, not at this time, guys. All right. So this is a very important part. So remember I told you guys about all the addresses. We're going to go here and we're going to dispute the addresses. So literally what I would do is I will come back over to this sheet. Is why I tell you look at your credit report first and do a whole analysis and then put everything on this paper and then try to go and dispute because you going back and forth looking at a credit report is just not it. It's just not it. It's so much faster just to do it this way. So you're going to add these addresses, these negative addresses that are tied to you applying for stuff. So let's just say I went and applied for this for a credit card at this address. I'm disputing it because it's a negative address at this point, and I have a credit card that I ran off with and never paid them back. That's negative. All right. I know you guys can resonate with this. So it might not let you put all the addresses on there. So again, you have to probably put um you'll probably have to put some of this stuff in the personal statements box, and that's totally fine. But just go ahead and try to put at least as many as you can. So for this one, it's only let me put one. All right, so this down here is going to be the inquiry. So if you have any type of inquiries on your credit report and you need them removed, this is the way that you're going to insert it. So you typically see on the credit report, it's going to say inquiries. Um, there's also a tab for inquiries on here as well, but I didn't have inquiries, so I didn't fill this out. But I'm gonna show you guys how to properly put this in. on the FTC. So you're gonna list the company. So for example, Synchrony Bank. You're gonna list the date that they pulled your credit report, and you're gonna hit add. So you can only. It's good to notice that you can only use like three. Yeah. So you can only use three of these. And you're gonna have to put the rest in the personal statements box if you have any more. Just add them in the personal statements box. Not that big of a deal. All right. So we have our three. And let's just assume we have our five accounts. We have a full report. All right, so moving on. Have you requested a fraud alert? This really doesn't matter. Have you contacted law enforcement? No. Was your personal information exposed in a data breach? Yes. If you guys are using the Equifax data breach, which most people are nowadays, I do highly recommend that you do press the yes button, because if you guys have that little screenshot, or if you actually were a victim of identity theft, in the Equifax, the Equifax data breach, because many people were affected, you guys should definitely, hit that button, because that will help you a lot. So, have as a debt collector contact you about this account? No. All right, now we're at the personal statement. If you don't know what to write in a personal statement, this is just an example of what I normally write. You can also go over to ChatGPT. So what you can literally just do is just copy this whole entire page, go over to ChatGPT, and tell it to write a personal statement for the FTC complaint. Be sure to use the 4-day identity theft law. So there is a law, um, for the identity theft complaints, that they have to block and remove the accounts within 4 days. All right. So this is the law that we're using. 15 US Code 1681 C2. So literally, now you can't copy and paste this, so you're gonna have to type it out, and it sucks. It really does suck, especially when ChatGPT gives you all of this stuff. But you say, I'm just formally asserting my rights as a victim of identity theft and fraudulent reporting activity pursuant to the identity theft blocking provisions under 15 U.S. Code 1682 C2 81 C-2. Once the consumer reporting agency receives a proper notice and documentation of identity theft, the law requires the fraudulent information to be blocked from the consumer report within 4 business days. Guys, this is a real law. Um, so this is so people are, if you see people on the internet talking about, hey, I'm cleaning people's credit up in 4 days, it's because they're probably using this law. All right. 15 US Code 1681 C-2. All right. So, like I said, what you want to do is you would, type all this stuff into this box for the purpose of this video. I'm not going to sit here and type all that out, because that is a lot, but do as you please. I'm just going to put in here, please remove, please delete. Y'all, ChatGPT makes your life so much easier nowadays. Drop in the comment section if it makes your life easier. I don't care if you got haters who hate ChatGPT, you know, dang. I think add information to your personal statement. Oh, so they want me to put a little bit more in here. I am a victim of identity theft. Please remove all accounts. Okay. So like I said, don't type nothing like that in there. Like, please do not. Like, y'all gonna be setting your stuff up for failure. Anyway, use what ChatGPT said to y'all, and you can add the accounts on there, or anything that you have. Like, literally, all you have to do is type in the other accounts. If you have more than 12 accounts, just put them here. So how you would place them in here is Exeter Finance. Let's just say you had another Exeter Finance account. Um, you could either put the just put the account number. So let's say 254. So after you get through writing all of that, be mindful that you only have 1,000 characters that you can use. Um, oh, let's see, capital one. Let's go XX. Okay, so this is only if you don't have enough space to put this on there, or if you just want to type the accounts in there. You can do it. But so if I have more than like 5 accounts or more than 3 inquiries, this is how I would word it in there. Um, Santander. I don't think I spelled that right. But this would be, you put the date on there. 5 1. Okay, so this is just a brief example. My bad. So this is just like example on how I would put this in a box if I have multiple accounts and multiple inquiries on top of what ChatGPT gave me. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit continue. All right, so after you get to this page, this is the last page that you finalize the dispute. So you're gonna go over your information, check everything. It should look like this. So yeah, it should look something like this. It's gonna have the addresses that you disputed, also the credit increase, and if you put something in the personal statements box, oh, it's gonna pop up on the next page. But I'm not gonna finalize this because this isn't real, guys. I already have good credit. But yeah, so make sure that you hit this box down here. And then after that, you're pretty much done. You can save the report, download it, and then submit it to the FTC to get your credit results. All right. I hope this video was very resourceful to you guys. Be sure check out more of our videos and join our school community.